Hey, what's up you guys, it's Caboose bringing you another Spider-Man Miles Morales video, and today what I got for you guys here is a brand new screenshot for Spider-Man Miles Morales revealed to us, as well as some slight new details and hints about the story and specifically as to why Insomniac wanted to make this game in the first place. Now before we get into everything, I wanted to ask you guys, of course, if at any point you enjoy the video, if you could consider leaving a like rating on it, it would show your support and I would really appreciate it. So if you enjoy the video at any point, leaving a like rating would be awesome. And if you're new here, well, I'm going to be covering everything about Spider-Man Miles Morales. Trailers, updates, news, gameplay. If they're going to be revealing that anytime soon, you're going to see it right here on this channel. So if you're looking forward to the game, I got you covered. And if you'd like, you can subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell to be immediately notified when a video goes live. And with all that being said, well, let's jump into this. So as a complete surprise to everyone, this morning, Entertainment Weekly dropped an article in which they were talking about Marvel games. The headline read, "Game On, How Spider-Man and the Avengers Sparked Marvel's Next Phase of Blockbuster Games." And the sort of main point of the article is specifically about the journey that Marvel Games has gone on over the last couple of years. You know, we had Spider-Man PS4 back in 2018, now we got Marvel's Avengers on the way, and then Spider-Man Miles Morales later this year. And then while speaking of Miles Morales, they showcased a brand new screenshot from the game, which you are now seeing on screen. I am loving every new screenshot that we get from this game. It looks so damn good, and I cannot wait to see what everything is going to be like on the PS5, especially when it comes to gameplay, which, please, Insomniac, please. Get us some new gameplay soon. But that's not all. On top of getting that new screenshot from Spider-Man Miles Morales, we also got an interview with Brian Horton, who is the creative director at Insomniac working on Spider-Man Miles Morales. And through this interview, we get some slight new details as to what Insomniac hopes to achieve with this game. As always, when I talk about this stuff, it's going to be linked in the description if you want to read the entire article. There's a lot of great information here, not just about Spider-Man Miles Morales, but also about Spider-Man PS4 and Marvel's Avengers. But okay, in talking about Spider-Man Miles Morales, this is what Brian Horton has to say. This is a full arc for Miles Morales that started in Spider-Man. We are really completing this hero's coming of age in our game. It is a complete story. So while we've kind of understood some of this and this is something to be assumed, it's once again good to get the confirmation from Insomniac that they're not planning to half-ass this game and that they want to put 110% effort, even if the game is not meant to be just a full-on Spider-Man 2, if you will. But hey, and speaking of the fact that the game is a bit smaller in size and that it's more akin to something of an Uncharted Lost Legacy, Brian says, "When we started crafting it, we realized that with a little bit more of a compact storytelling style, we could tell a very emotionally impactful story that would really fit well as an experience that would take Spider-Man 1 and Miles Morales and do justice to that character." Not much else for me to add here besides that, once again, I love the passion that comes from the folks at Insomniac whenever they talk about whether it's Spider-Man PS4 or Spider-Man Miles Morales. They clearly love these characters and they know that they're deeply rooted and they want to make sure that they do these characters justice for the people that have been fans of them for years. But then the last thing that I wanted to point out in this article is sort of the headspace that they look at the perspective of Miles Morales to be in within this game, especially in comparison to Peter Parker. So the article states as such: Peter's origin was quote-unquote born out of tragedy, i.e. the death of his Uncle Ben. But Horton mentions that Miles is more so born out of family. What I think is really compelling about Miles as a character is he has friends that he could actually let into his world, his human world and his spider world. He's a little different in the way he approaches it. So this quote is interesting to me. If you're a fan of Miles Morales from the comic books, you'll know that one of his best friends in the comics is Gonke Lee. So the quote is just interesting because it makes me wonder if they plan to include a character like that within this game. And then of course, when it comes to letting people in from his spider world, well, I think that definitely confirms that in some way, shape, or form, probably minimally, there is going to be some sort of involvement from Peter Parker in Spider-Man Miles Morales. Overall, my excitement just continues to grow with this game when it comes to everything that I've read in this article, and again, I just hope we get some gameplay soon. But with all that being said, I now want to kick it to you guys. Let me know your thoughts on all this in the comment section below. First of all, what do you think about that new screenshot that was revealed? And second of all, what do you think about the quotes here from Brian Horton within this Entertainment Weekly article, which once again, I'll leave linked in the description box below. Sound off and let me know your thoughts on everything in the comments, and of course, if you enjoyed this video, if you could consider leaving a like rating on it, it would show your support and I would really appreciate updated. I'm Caboose, and you can click on screen to make your way to one of the other videos on the channel, or you can click my logo to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Those links are going to be in the description. Drop a like if you enjoyed, leave a comment if you have an opinion, and subscribe if you're new. See you guys later.